Hey guys, welcome back to Animal Wonders. I've been getting a lot of questions asking about how to take care of certain animals, and I'd love to answer all your questions, but I'll do it one episode at a time. Today, let's talk about how to take care of guinea pigs. Guinea pigs are so loved by so many that they've become a very common pet, mostly in America, but other countries too. So let's learn, what are guinea pigs, where did they come from, and how are we going to give them the best possible care? This is Pickles. Well, what are guinea pigs? Let's classify them using taxonomy. So they are a small animal in the class Mammalia, and they're in the order Rodentia and the family Caviidae. So when you classify an animal being a mammal, it means that they're covered in fur, they have live young, and they nurse their young. When you put them in the class Rodentia, it means that they have two large, ever-growing incisors on the top and the bottom. And when you put them in the family Caviidae, it means that they have 4 toes in the front and 3 toes in the back. So where do these guys come from, and how did they end up in houses across the world? When the discussion of the origins of the domestic guinea pig come up between phylogeneticists, the situation can quickly become heated. The controversy among taxonomists of what genus to place these guys in, it goes down to the mitochondrial genome level. But they can mostly agree that they came from the grasslands and plains of the Altiplano region in South America. The most popular theory is that these guys originated from the Peruvian cavy. These small animals were referred to by the Incan people as cuy, which is still used today. But they weren't what we see today. They were a smaller, thinner animal with more neutrally colored fur so they could blend in with their environment. So their move from wild animal to domesticated animal, that's still somewhat fuzzy. It's thought to happen around 5000 BCE, and they were being kept and bred in backyard enclosures, and they were used in celebratory meals in the Incan culture. So what were guinea pigs to this ancient culture? Well, they were mostly food, but they were also woven into their culture. It was common for a boy coming of age to be gifted with their own guinea pig. And newlyweds were often given a pair so that they could start breeding a herd for their new family. Some households, they liked having the cuy inside, and so they would keep them in by putting these little walls along the entranceways and exits of their house. Guinea pigs are pretty terrible climbers, so just a small wall was needed. The keeping and captive breeding of these guys specifically for their meat led to artificial selection for a fatter, larger cuy, just like cows, pigs, chickens, and turkeys. So how do they go from the dinner plate to being a pet? I imagine there are quite a few times when a small child took a liking to one of their little guinea pigs and begged their mom to keep them as a pet instead of eating them. Now, there's no documentation of the first time a guinea pig was specifically, strictly a pet, but I'm comfortable imagining that scene. So what are guinea pigs to us today? Well, they're mostly sold, kept, and rescued to be solely companions for humans. They have been bred in captivity some 7,000 years. And since humans are naturally curious, they started experimenting with their coat texture and their color. Today we have 3 main types of fur: silky, short hair, and Abyssinian. The patterns and colors seem endless. I know, you just want to learn how to take care of one. Okay, first thing you need to do is choose where you're going to get your guinea pig. There are so many guinea pigs that are surrendered by their owners for a multitude of reasons. So please consider adopting one from your local shelter. So before you bring your little friend home, get prepared, get all the supplies that he or she is gonna need. Get an enclosure. The larger, the better. You can see that we have quite a large enclosure for Pickles here, but you know, not everyone's gonna have this for them. Just get as large as you can for them because they do like to run around and play. All right, so the supplies you're gonna need is you need food, but you're also gonna need bedding. And I like bedding from a paper product. That can be Carefresh or it can be shredded paper like this. You're also gonna need, I know, buddy, a water bottle and a food dish and some nail clippers, and you're gonna need some non-chewable and chewable toys for them. And remember to get them some hiding places as well. So food, Really, really important for your guinea pig. You're going to want to start with a high quality guinea pig pellet. This is going to have the nutrients in it that you need. Do not give your guinea pig rabbit pellets. I know they look exactly the same, but guinea pig pellets have vitamin C in it that your guinea pigs really need. If they don't get enough vitamin C, a lot of bad things can happen. One of those things is a disease called scurvy. So you want to give them pellets. Whoops. And that's going to be a big portion of their diet, but you're also going to want to include some fresh produce as well. So I like giving them broccoli, and they can chew this up. So you don't have to make it teeny, teeny, tiny for them. They can take big chunks of it. Remember, they have the ever-growing teeth. So just give them little bits of produce. That's some sweet potato and some broccoli. Also give them some lettuce. That's going to help with their fluid intake. Give them a little bit of that. And then occasionally some fresh fruit. That's going to keep them happy. All of this is going to keep them healthy. The little bit of fruit is going to keep them happy. Next, you'll need some Timothy hay. Now, Timothy is the best hay. You can also use meadow hay, but I would really strongly suggest you find Timothy hay. Don't get alfalfa hay unless you're breeding or the mom is nursing. Timothy hay, free-fed, really, really important for your guinea pig's health, for their teeth and for their whole digestive system. Free feed hay. So you want to change their bedding at least once a week. Spot clean when necessary. You're also going to want to fill up their water bottle whenever it gets less than half full. Give them fresh water. Dump the whole thing out. Give them fresh water. And I don't know if you can see it, but you can see there's a little bit of a gap right here at the top. When you fill your water bottle, you want to fill it all the way to the top. So when you tip it back over, it's going to create a pressure seal. Right now, because I didn't fill it all the way, you can see it's just going to drip and drip and drip and drip. And that's going to get the bedding wet in your guinea pig's enclosure, which can cause them to get cold and sick. So fill your water bottle all the way full. Since guinea pigs are rodents, they have ever-growing teeth, and they're going to have to gnaw and chew on hard things to make sure that they wear those teeth down. So give them items to chew. I mean, the hay is going to come in really handy to help them chew down like that, but give them pieces of wood. You can see that we've constructed some wood for them to chew on. Here's another chewing toy. Here's a chew toy that I made myself. I just used an old bird perch, and I put a lot of blocks of wood and some cardboard on there and a little calcium chew. They love this thing. Guinea pigs are naturally really nervous animals. Their instincts when a predator comes is to run and hide. That's their only defense. They don't have sharp claws or huge fangs to defend themselves. They can't climb. They just have to run and hide. So that's a really completely normal behavior for them. The more interaction you have with them, the more you'll reduce that, but you're never going to completely eliminate it. So you want to make sure that you give them a lot of places to hide and snuggle in. You can see Pickles here loves this little cushy, soft hiding thing. But you can also give them other hides like this Timothy hay hut, or I really like these little stumps as well. So give them lots of places to run and hide so they can feel safe. If you previously watched our episode on a few of my friends, you'll know that animals communicate verbally and non-verbally. So guinea pigs have some non-verbal communication, but a lot of it is verbal as well. So these guys, they will purr when they are content. They rumble when they're upset or displaying dominance. They weep when they're excited or contacting members of their group. They scream when they're in pain or they're scared. And they will chatter their teeth when they're trying to threaten something away. So pay attention and know these communications so that you know what your guinea pig's trying to tell you. So now that you know what they are, where they came from, and how to take care of them, the only thing left is to make them a promise that if you take one into your home, that you're going to care for them to the best of your ability for the rest of their life. And enjoy your little furry companion for all the awesomeness that he or she contains. Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Animal Wonders. If you have any questions or comments, you can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook. If you would like to go on an adventure every week, join our YouTube channel, Animal Wonders Montana. Links are below. Hey guys, today we're going to do how to trim your dog's nails. This is Molly, she's a beagle, and she's going to be our helper today, showing off how to trim those nails. A lot of people get really nervous about it. Can you go up? Oh, nice work.